Coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running two, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Being chased out left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a handoff looking right. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Now Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. They're down here but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Penny. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Open man is Amara Darboh, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
Here's a give to Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Detroit!
Here's Stafford. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Out of the gun, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gun!
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Lions have recovered.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on third down, Stafford escaping the pressure right. Looking for the end. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. K.D. Cannon, 26 yards. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on second down, Stafford. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On third down, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit! Over!
Play action. Stafford. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford over the middle, complete. That's Young. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
James has got it, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Gun!
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford here. Flush to his right. And he's got some spin. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Stafford now to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be third and a mile.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Now he's going to go deep down the left. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Gun! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15, and they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hey, 22!
Stafford going to throw it. Open is Tate. Touchdown, Lions. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Spins by. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more,